Hey guys, Noah Best Drummer here. So we're gonna go through this investigation segment, and we're gonna solve this case. I remember shooting someone. At least we know now that she did touch the gun. She picked it up and even fired it. But was it really the victim she shot, or was somebody else in the room? I wonder if she's all right. That probably wasn't a pleasant memory to remember. Maybe I should go see her. Funny, I could have sworn I just heard a door open. Somebody's coming out of the victim's room. It's Terry Grayson. Huh? He slunk off around the corner towards the stairs. What was he doing in the victim's room? What was Grayson doing in here? How did he get in, for that matter? Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Supposed murder weapon. I wonder if the police have analyzed those pistols yet. What about the victim's empty leather briefcase? Stand? Mysteriously knocked over coat stand. How did it happen? Wow. The bed. The body. Is it just me, or is the outline different somehow? It looks like part of the tape has been moved. Better take a look. The tape near the victim's foot has been moved. Is that a hole in the floor? What's this doing here? If it wasn't so dark, I could probably see into the room below. Did Grayson make this hole, or was it here the whole time? What does this mean? Small round table. You're not gonna even let me look? Oh, nope, wrong place. That's strange. The front door's stuck. Ow! That didn't do it either. Now how am I gonna get out of here? Excuse me, sir. The front door's jammed, I'm afraid. You'll have to take the back door in the lounge and leave through the garden. Oh, right. Thank you, Mr. Maplethorpe, was it? Oh, you remember from the night of the murder. Yes, I am. And you're Phoenix Wright, aren't you? Let me tell you something. Maris is innocent. Take it from me, Mr. Wright, she wouldn't harm a fly. I'm sure she wouldn't. Don't worry, I'll sort this whole mess out. So, nice place you have here. It's not as nice as it once was, I must admit. Having the place to myself was much more preferable. Then why did you decide to turn it into a hotel? Living this far away from civilization doesn't promise a favorable income. I began to run short of money to pay for the renovations of the house. After all, the house is 200 years old, and suffice it to say, it's starting to fall apart. Turning it into a hotel was the only way I could obtain enough money. I see, Maris was right. He is misanthropic. And I thought by employing my dear friend Maris as a maid, the idea of a hotel could flourish, and indeed it has. The only downside is that the first floor is always under construction, so it's never once been in operation. And as a result, we can't have too many guests at one time. Imagine coming all this way to find out there are no vacancies. And didn't Maris say the renovations began just 3 days ago? We send apology letters as soon as possible, of course. Have you known Maris for long? Not too long, 3 or 4 years, maybe. She mentioned she was a family friend? Sort of. She was engaged to my late brother James. Maris was engaged? I wasn't expecting that. Hold on a minute. Did you say late brother? Yes, he was involved in an unfortunate accident. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Don't worry about it. That was over 3 years ago now. But still, you're the last surviving Maple... Oh, Maris told you about that, did she? Yes, is it true? I'm afraid so. There's been an extreme misfortune associated with the Maplethorpe bloodline. Some believed it to be a curse. A curse? I'm sure you've heard the stories about the ghost of this hotel, yes? Yeah, what about it? I don't like talking about it, to be honest, but I will mention one thing. The ghost is believed to be responsible for the Maplethorpe curse. This hotel seems to have an interesting history from what I can see. Yes, interesting. Is there anything else you can tell me about the ghost? The ghost? What would you possibly find interesting about the ghost? Well, is there a story behind it? What did I say? There's not much of interest to tell, Mr. Wright. Oh, okay then. Sorry. That was a strange reaction. I think I touched a nerve by mentioning the ghost. Oh, look at the time. I have to be going now. Thank you for your time, Mr. Maplethorpe. It was my pleasure. Just remember to use the back door in the lounge if you want to leave. I'll stay here to warn any others who try to use the front door. Will do, thanks. Oh, and Mr. Maplethorpe, did you know that today the police are obliged to investigate the first floor? Yes, I know. They're up there now. They're lucky the renovation's on in progress today. Oh, and they gave me strict instructions. They told me not to let a spiky-haired lawyer up there until they were finished. Thanks for making my life that little bit harder, Brisbane. The first floor. It'd be a good idea to investigate it for myself later. Can I present stuff? Does this mean anything to you, Mr. Maplethorpe? Is that evidence? I'm not legally obliged to look at it, I'm afraid. Thank you, Brisbane. I'm also not allowed to let you investigate the first floor yet, either. Thank you again, Brisbane! Asshole. What about this? Nope. I'm assuming I can't present anything, so I'll just go to the lounge, I guess. So this is the garden. Now, I need to walk around the hotel to the front, so... Huh? There's someone else here. Who's that guy? He seems to be trying to look into one of the windows. He spotted me. Hey you! Stay where you are. Huh? What for? Keep still for a moment. What's that thing? Shh! Ugh, nothing again. Never mind, you can go now. Would you mind telling me what's going on here? What's going on with what? I'm just trying to do a job here. Fine. How's about we get the intros over and done with then? The name's Victor Barrows, Ghost Hunter Extraordinaire. Ghost Hunter? Well, my friends call me Vic. So, Mr. Barrows, I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Trying to upstage me with a fancy profession? It ain't working, Chief. Wow, I don't like you already. Did you say you were a ghost hunter? Sure did. What of it? Is that why you're here? To hunt the ghosts of the Maplethorpe Hotel? Nothing gets by you, does it? This ain't just a hobby. It's a profession. And darn proud of it I am, too. Specters, phantoms, spirits, phantasmagorical entities, you name it. And word is the ghost of this place is sure worth looking into. Is that what the gadget of yours is for? What, this? Yeah, this piece of junk's supposed to detect spiritual energy. Not that the damn thing has yet. Either that, or nobody you've scanned with your modified calculator is a ghost. I'm no ghost expert like yourself. But isn't the best time to search for ghosts at night? I know that, genius. You tell me how to do my job. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. I'm scouting, if you must know, looking for areas the ghost might have been sighted. I'd mentioned the first floor, but I'm not helping this guy. Besides, is he even aware that a murder has happened? Are you a guest here? Of course, I'm staying in 201. So this is my neighbor across the hall. Great. Hired to find the ghost I was. Hired? Who hired you? Trade secret, Chief. I ain't telling you squat. I suppose it's not that important anyway. Did you injure yourself searching for the ghost? What's that? You trying to be funny? You trying to be clever? No, it's just that plaster on your nose. Oh, that. How did I get it? I can't remember. Smart's like hell, though, so I'm guessing it was recent. Must have fallen out of bed or something. Anyways, enough about me. What are you doing out here? I'm trying to work. Don't let me interrupt your progress. I was just passing through. Passing through, huh? Well, keep moving then. I'll probably catch you later when I'm done here. Looking forward to it already. Rack. Mr. Barrows, would you stop right there? Keep that thing still. No sound of any poltergeist activity associated with that object. It's not a shapeshifter either. And that can only mean that it's junk. Take it away. Fine, I'll come back when I find a poltergeist or shapeshifter. I'm not going to present evidence to this guy. He's just going to take up too much of my time. Okay. Just a second. Oh. Miss Rubin? Sorry, Mr. Wright, I'm a bit jumpy at the moment. That revelation must have shook her up pretty bad. I've come to ask you about any details you may have remembered. Will you be alright? Yes, of course, I'm just being silly. Have you remembered anything else about the night of the crime? That memory of shooting someone brought back a few more details. Can you tell me? Yes, I suppose I can. Let's see, I entered Mr. Niff's room with the coffee he ordered. Are you sure it was coffee? Because the bellboy says he delivered something before you, and it was a cup of coffee. I know it was coffee I delivered, Mr. Wright. An espresso, to be exact. It's strange how the victim ordered coffee at 1 a.m., especially 2 cups. It's almost as if he wanted to stay awake for something. I see. What happened next? I remember he stepped aside for me to place the tray on the table. Then suddenly, he just turned on me. How do you mean? He suddenly turned aggressive. He was approaching me with a really dark look in his eyes. What did you do next? I can't believe I did this. But I was looking around for something to defend myself with, and I saw the gun lying on his bed. I wasn't thinking straight. I then picked it up and aimed it at him. I had no intention of using it, I was just trying to scare him away. Still holding the gun, I remember backing away towards the door. It was about halfway across the room when I heard... It was the loudest sound I have ever heard, but that wasn't what I screamed at. As I heard the noise, something moved in front of the window. It was only for a split second, but I saw its silhouetted against the moonlight. The ghost. I knew it was him. His silhouette matched Cedric's description. But the most terrifying part happened slightly before. That loud noise. I made it. You did what? Do you remember when I said I remember shooting someone? That was the noise I heard, and the noise I made when I pulled the trigger. So you did pull the trigger. Oh boy, this isn't good. I didn't mean to, Mr. Wright. I had no intention of... I didn't even think about... No, this can't be. She couldn't have. Maris then burst into tears. Despite the huge shock, I did everything I could to calm her down. Must have been about 15 minutes before the last of her tears dried. Are you alright now, Miss Rubin? Apart from the fact that I'm a no-good murderer, yes, I'm fine. No, you're not. You said yourself that murder is murder, no matter how innocent the reason. Isn't that right? Yes, I suppose it is. I can't begin to understand how hard this must have all been for you, Miss Rubin. But your recollections, however small, are necessary. I know. I just want this all to be over with so I can forget about the whole thing. So Maris held the gun to defend herself, with no real intention of using it. Why did the victim try to attack her in the first place? Miss Rubin, do you have any idea why the victim had any reason to attack you? None whatsoever, Mr. Wright. All I did was deliver his coffee. I'm telling the truth. You believe me, don't you? Nobody else does? I believe you. I'm sure that you've told me all that you could. Although, I wonder if she knows anything about that guy. Ghoster McGhosterface. Is there a guest at the hotel by the name Vic Barrows? Vic Barrows. Why, yes, there is. I significantly remember when he checked in, sir. So he wasn't just making it up. You remember when he checked in? Is there anything you can tell me? Well, I remember thinking how strangely he was dressed. Yeah, I don't think anyone could overlook the vacuum cleaner tied to his back. Luigi's Mansion-looking ass. Did you see the plaster on his nose, too? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, a plaster? He didn't have a plaster on his nose. Really? How strange. When did he check into the hotel? He checked in yesterday evening. I think it was about an hour or so after you arrived, Mr. Wright. Yesterday? Could he have somehow obtained that plaster since checking in? Did you know he was a ghost hunter? He's a what? Whatever you do, Mr. Wright, don't tell Cedric that there's a ghost hunter around. Who hired him? I don't know. Who would have hired him? Probably Grayson. At least I know it wasn't Maris. Anyway, it's for the best that you don't tell Cedric. He may still be close to Thomas, so he... Thomas? I didn't mean to say it out loud. Mr. Wright, you must understand that Cedric never confides in anybody when it comes to talking about his family. But he must have confided in you, which is why you can't tell him that I told you the ghost's name. I promise I won't, but who is Thomas? Mr. Wright, please. I can't tell you anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I should be focused on the case and put this ghost story aside, but the way Maris spoke just now, the way she's telling me not to tell Maplethorpe, it's almost as if Maplethorpe's trying to hide something about his family history. I'm playing on a hunch here, and I'm starting to get the feeling this ghost has more to do with the crime than I thought. It was even supposedly present at the crime. I need to find out for myself just what this ghost is all about. All I have to go on so far is the name Thomas. Thank you for your reflections, Miss Rubin. Don't worry about it, but I did it. There can't be any other explanation. I can't accept that, Miss Rubin. I just can't help but feel there's something I've overlooked. You still think I'm innocent? Yes. See you tomorrow, Mr. Wright. Yes, of course. See you in the morning, Miss Rubin. Okay. Police department. I can't see Snow around. I should try and catch him back here later. Okay, there's nothing I can examine here. Hi. How are you doing? Mr. Barrows, does the name Thomas mean anything to you? Thomas? No, should it? Well, it's the name of the ghost you're looking for. Is it? You didn't know? Names mean nothing to me, Chief. Ghosts don't need names where they're going after all. Where would that be? The vacuum bag on your back? So, am I right in saying that you know nothing about the ghost? That's right. I don't need to know every sob story from their pasts. So the ghost expert knows nothing about this particular ghost. Nope, can't even talk about it. Okay. What else can I present? I don't want to present anything in fear of having to go through that long failure conversation, so... Hi. I know she told me not to tell you, but... Could you tell me about... What am I doing? I can't ask him about the ghost. Can I tell you about what? Nothing. Never mind. What about this guy? Does this mean anything to you, Mr. Maplethorpe? Is that evidence? I'm not legally... Okay. Elevator. Second floor. Okay. Before I do anything else, I'm going to save. Mr. Wright, how wonderful to see you again, sir. Huh? Who's there? It's me, sir. Oh, the bellboy. Hey there, nice to see you again. What are you doing around here? Well, I work here, sir. Not that. Why are you up here? The guest has asked for room service, sir, and since Miss Rubin is absent... Okay, then, I'll get out of your way. Oh, no, it's fine, sir. I'm not due back downstairs for a while yet. We can stay and have a little chat if you wish. Oh, great. Wait, this is my chance to ask him some things about the crime. Would you mind answering a few things regarding the crime? Of course, sir. Anything I can do for justice. Could you tell me again what you did just before it happened? Let's see. I distinctly remember delivering Mr. Niff a cafe mocha. Cafe mocha? Are you sure? Absolutely, I remembered it because it's Mr. Maplethorpe's favorite. It's almost like a routine, sir. Every day around noon he would call on me. And straight away I think that'll be Mr. Maplethorpe asking for his cafe mocha. He do usually be in his... ahem, if we could get back on topic, please. Oh, of course, sir. Do forgive me. Now, you said you delivered a cafe mocha to the victim's room just before the murder? That is so. But Miss Rubin said the victim ordered an espresso straight afterwards. That is strange, sir, but I do know what I said is the truth. This is strange. It's almost as if there were two people in the room. But that was impossible. Nobody else was found in the room at the time. But nobody could have left either. Wait a minute. Bellboy, it was a cafe mocha you delivered, correct? Without a doubt. And you said that it was Mr. Maplethorpe's favorite? Yes, I did. Interesting. Mr. Maplethorpe was nowhere near the crime when it happened. He couldn't have had anything to do with it, could he? Sir, you've gone awfully quiet. Sorry, anyway. You're on your way back to the ground floor when you found the elevator wasn't working? Indeed, sir. It's been happening quite often lately. Personally, I'm glad not to have been inside it whenever the power would cease. There's nothing wrong with the electricity or the elevator itself, is there? Not from what I can see, sir, but electricity is not my field of expertise. Sometimes I try to call the elevator and nothing happens. That happened yesterday, too. What's going on? Thank you for your help, bellboy. Oh, think nothing of it, sir. I only hope to make your search for the killer that little bit easier. Would my testimony in written form be of assistance to you, sir? In written form? Yes, I could write you another affidavit if you wish. That is, if my testimony yesterday proved to be of some assistance? What the heck, if you don't mind. Most excellent, sir. The bellboy excitedly scribbles something down and hands it over. While he's here, I wonder if he knows anything else. About this piece of evidence. Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but that means nothing to me. I am but a mere servant, carrying teapot hither or coffee cup thither. Fuck. Okay, I get it. I didn't ask for a soliloquy. The ghost. Do you know anything about the ghost of this place? The ghost, sir? Yes, you do know about it, right? Yes, I do. It's just that I... You're not scared of it, are you? Truth be told, sir, I am just a tad. Especially when I think about how he died. You know why the ghost is rumored to exist? Yes, sir, and it's not very pleasant. I don't suppose there is any chance you could tell me? Really, sir? Do I have the honor? Huh? He soon changed his tune. Really? I mean, this ghost seems to be a taboo subject around here. I've always wanted to tell a story like this. I must admit that I'm not really fully prepared, sir. I haven't had much of a chance to practice my scary voice. I'm not too fussy. Could you please just tell me? Very well, then. I'd like to take you 37 years into the past. Or was it 36? No, 37. I do apologize, sir. Once upon a time, 37 years ago, two twin boys were born into the Maplethorpe household. The names were Ronald and Cedric. Cedric had a twin brother. For about 2 years, all was well on the Maplethorpe farm. The house used to have a nursery in which the boys played with their toys. And it was there where tragedy suddenly struck. What happened? The boy's grandfather spent more time with him than the rest of the family, as they were often working on their farm. One day, the grandfather showed the boys something interesting when they were 2 years old. Oh! It was an antique flintlock pistol. He had a pair of them, but he only brought one of them to show his grandchildren. But what has this got to do with... No. No, he didn't! The pistol was an antique, sir. It had been decommissioned for display purposes. Or at least one of them was. He selected the wrong one. The gun suddenly discharged and struck one of the boys. Ronald. That's horrible. How could he have made such a stupid mistake? He was racked with a terrible guilt since that day. His daughter and her husband, the boy's parents, despised him no matter how much he apologized. One day he could take it no more and he shot himself. What? With the same pistol he accidentally shot young Ronald with. He shot himself in the nursery where the incident... Stop saying shot. I'm sorry, but that's just the most depressing thing I've ever heard. I agree entirely, sir, but you asked me. You said he killed himself in the nursery? Indeed, sir. I'd hate to be the one staying in that room. I'm not, am I? I'm not sure, sir. The rumor has it that the nursery was left in the same condition as it was that day. That was a disturbing story. I hope I didn't hear it for nothing. Hold on a minute. How did you know about all this? This doesn't sound like the kind of story Mr. Mapplethorpe would just throw around. I found this diary, sir. I found it one day while tending to one of the rooms on the first floor. It was wedged behind the dresser. As a result, I thought Mr. Mapplethorpe had simply misplaced it. But after reading the ghost part, it dawned on me that he meant for it to be there. You're on the first floor? I thought nobody was allowed there. Only the rooms where construction is deemed a health hazard, sir. Mr. Wright, could I ask a favor of you? I suppose. What is it? This diary. Could you return it to room 101 for me? I took it by mistake, and I've been meaning to replace it for days. I wouldn't want Mr. Mapplethorpe to find out, sir. I suppose I could drop it off for you. It would save my life, sir. Thank you. But don't forget, room 101 behind the dresser. Will that be all, sir? I think so, yes. Thank you. You've been a huge help. Think nothing of it, Mr. Wright. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to return downstairs now. Good luck catching that crook, sir. Thanks, I'll need it. Yeah, okay. Elevator. Can I go to the first floor now? No. Not yet. Have a phone call. Somebody's phone is ringing. Mr. Wright. That's my phone. I think it's behind the reception desk. Ah, here it is. Quickly. Thank you. Cedric Mapplethorpe here. Oh, are you? Suppose I'd better come along too. Very well, in that case I'll meet you in the garden. Yes, the door's still stuck. What about that lawyer? Is he allowed to... He is? Yes, he's right here. Okay, see you in a minute. That was the prosecutor. He says he and the police are finished on the first floor. So I can investigate the first floor now? Indeed. I'll be going back to the police station with them too. I'll be testifying in court tomorrow and they want to question me. See you tomorrow, Mr. Wright. So I'll be cross-examining Mr. Mapplethorpe tomorrow. I wonder what he knows about the crime. Why does it have to be so ominous? Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. It's even colder here than it is on the stairs. That's funny. Mr. Mapplethorpe said the police were here, yet there's not even the sound of a pin dropping. Suppose I'd better try and find out where everybody... Phoenix wrong. Yarr, Brisbane. Actually, that was me. Detective Snow, you scared the life out of me. Okay, calm down. I never see you lose your rag when it's Brisbane. That's different. Snow, what are you doing? Oh, it's you. I was wondering when you'd arrive to check up on the first floor. That was our agreement in court. Well, we were just on our way out. You could stay if you want, but you'd only be wasting your time. Wasting my time? How so? Look around you. There's nothing here. It appears that way. All we could find was... Look over here on the floor. What's this stuff? Traces of some sort of gray powder. That's all we could find. But hold on. I just thought of something. None of this matters to me, as long as you can't find any new evidence on this floor. The maid will be declared guilty. He's right. I have to find something on this floor, Maris will. How do I know you haven't taken the evidence and hidden it away from me? Are you seriously suggesting that I'm lying? Here we go again. We're surrounded by officers, you moron. How could I steal anything? Okay, I was just saying. Besides, if you're even thinking that I'm some sort of... Whoa, okay, ladies, handbags away now, please. Brisbane, we need to be going. And don't forget that meeting with the chief. Of course. Enjoy your aimless wandering around the first floor, Mr. Wrong. Snow, get the other officers and let's go. See you later, mate. You can catch me at the precinct later. So Brisbane couldn't find anything. I wonder if that gray powder is important. This place is even creepier now that there's nobody else here. The door to room 105. Something about this spot doesn't seem right. What? Okay. Traces of a strange gray dust or powder. Wonder what this stuff is. It's probably on the gun. Not even the sunlight can brighten up this corridor. Yep. Huh? I understand. Room 101. The police must have left the room doors unlocked after their investigation. This is my chance to return the diary. And where did the bellboy say he found it? Oh, that's right, behind the dresser. Let's just put it behind here, and... There, all done. What's that? Something just fell out of the diary. What's this, a key? What could this be for? Take it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to borrow it for a little while. Oh, you cut me off. Now to get out of here. What you got there, boss? Ah, you. Courteous as always. You know the cops have finished up here, right? Yeah, so why are you snooping around in here? Well, I have police permission to investigate here, unlike you. I think it's about time I asked you why you think you're involved in this case. Not yet. The timing ain't right. You don't even know about the victim that much, do you? The victim? And what he was involved in? You really have no idea? What the victim was involved in? No, You're not gonna tell me, are you? Right on the button. You mean you've got this whole case figured out? Almost, but you gotta keep your schnozzle out of my business, boss. The coppers need to find out for themselves. I can't help but notice that you always refer to the police separately to yourself. You're not one of them, are you? Look, legitimate or not, if you know anything about the case, you've got to tell the police. I have a different agenda from the button. It's out of the question. I got scram out now, sister. Wait, I need to ask you something. Quick. That hole in the floor that hole in the floor of the victim's room. Was it there the whole time? I ain't gonna spell all I know, but I will tell you this. The bullet hole's genuine. So that hole was made at the time of the crime. Wait, bullet hole? Look, when you figure this whole thing out, then we can have a talk. Now, I've got a vamoose. See you around. Forget the murder. Terry Grayson is the real mystery around here. So we confirmed that the hole in the floor of 206 is genuine evidence. And that it was a bullet hole. But what did he mean when he said the victim was involved in something? And what's his agenda if not the police? Terry Grayson may be the shifty... I thought that said shitty. Maybe the shiftiest character I've met on this case so far. But I feel almost compelled to believe him. Okay. The spot that wasn't quite right. See, but this spot doesn't seem right. But I can use the key now, right? Oh? Okay. I guess I won't do anything. Let me go back here. I don't want to put the key back just yet. I might find a use for it. Okay. Not much to see out of the window. Is there really nothing else I can look at? Okay. And I can't use the key for that part, I guess, so... Hold on, I think I've suddenly realized why the first floor didn't look right. From what I can see, the layout of this floor pretty much mirrors that of the second floor. So that section of the wall that bothered me before, it's where room 106 should be, the room underneath the victim's room. And the hole in the first floor that Grayson covered, that hole went straight through to the floor. And I could swear I could see the room below if it wasn't so dark. Meaning that there must be another room below. So why is there no room 206 door? This is where room 106, the room under the victims, should be. All I can see is a wall. Okay. I guess I won't do anything with that yet. Vic Barrows isn't around anymore. He's probably gone indoor looking for more ghosts. Something bothers me about him. He seems very passive about the murder. Is he even aware of the crime? I forgot to examine something in the garden. That must be the window to room 106. Something about the windows is bugging me. I get the feeling there's something that shouldn't be here. Wait a minute. Below 206's window is the room for 106. There was no room 106. So why is this window here? Unless there really is a room 106. I need to get up there and check it out. But how? There's a drain pipe over there. I could climb it and peer through the window. Hey, this is surprisingly easy to climb. Here it is, the window of room 106. Damn, net curtains, I can hardly see inside. Oh well, don't knock it till you've tried it, I suppose. There's something on the other side of the net curtain. Is that a teddy bear? I can't see much on the inside. It's too dark and the net curtain doesn't help matters much. All I can make out is a silhouette of a large, strangely shaped thing. What a surprise, it's locked. I wonder if I have something to get it open with. Yes, maybe I do, but what? The key. The key. Could it be... Hey, what do you know? Maybe holding onto this was worth it after all. Time to find out what's inside this non-existent room. Wow, what is this place? It's filled with the weirdest, most out-of-place objects I've ever seen in one room. What's that on the ceiling? It's the hole in 206's floor, the bullet hole, as Terry Grayson called it. Then could it be that this room was where the shot was fired from? If that was the case, I'm willing to bet there's some evidence to be found in here. An old-looking chest. Locked tight. There's an old-looking desk over there. That's the toy teddy bear I saw through the window. Looks like it's seen better days. There's stuffing poking out everywhere. An empty coffee cup. Kinda reminds me of the one found in the victim's... Hold up. Could this be where the coffee the bellboy delivered? What's it doing in here? I don't like this music. It's so creepy. There's something in a pile over in that corner. It's a black hat and coat. What are these doing just in a pile in the corner? There's something hard within the coat. A bullet? What the? Must have entered the coat because there's a hole in the front. What on earth could this find possibly mean? So that's the shot. That Maris fired. She fired at the coat. It got knocked over, but I am still confused, but okay. A pile of children's alphabet blocks. What would they be doing in a place like this? This must have been the strange shape I saw through the curtains. It's a stone statue of an angel. What a strange thing to find in a hotel. There's something at its feet. It's a pile of gray powder, but where did it... Looks like a piece of the statue is broken. So this powder is practically stone dust. Strange how the statue seems to be so brittle. Would this be the same stuff as the powder in the first floor corridor? There's some objects under the desk. What's this thing, an earpiece? How very strange. What's this thing? It looks like some sort of black metal ball. Strange, but not that out of the ordinary. This room is really starting to creep me out. Must be because the freakiness factor is off the charts. But because this place is a goldmine of what appears to be valuable evidence. Everything in this room seems random and out of place, but I wonder if it all adds up to something related to the crime. The hole that comes up for the victim's room is proof enough that this room is related, possibly where the killing shot came from. I need to tell the police about this. Time to get out of... The doorway's been bricked up. That would explain why the door was hidden. In that case, I'd better go back out the window. No, can you hear me? There's somebody on the other side, in the corridor. You're breaking up, what'd you say? I know that voice. It's Vic Barrows. Yeah, I swear it's around here somewhere, but it ain't. Alright, keep your hair on. You're the one who sent me to this dump. Why don't you have any idea? Must be talking to his client. What do you mean trying to remember? I still don't remember squat since last night. I said I don't know, but that wound on my nose still smarts like hell. Amnesia? Don't be stupid. I've just got a bad memory. Understood, Chief. I'm on my way. I'm telling you, though, I could have sworn it was around here somewhere. Is he trying to find this room, too? What did he mean by a bad memory? Was he here before? After returning the window key to Mr. Mapplethorpe's diary, I set off back to the city, specifically the police station. Once there, I look for Detective Snow. So what do you think? I'd say you've struck gold, mate. I'll send a team of detectives over there as soon as possible. What about the evidence? Do I have permission to add it to the court record? What the heck? Go ahead. You'll need it after all. But wait till the morning, yeah? The police still need to see it first. Thank you, Detective. I'm just hoping this all makes sense in time. Sure, mate. No problem. I know what you mean. None of this makes sense to me either. Anything you want to discuss evidence-wise, I'm all ears. Just keep in mind that it can't be anything from that room 106. I can't exactly help with evidence I haven't even seen yet. How did you and Brisbane's investigation go today? And don't say it was a catastrophic success. Okay then, it was a successful catastrophe. Fuck. I take it that means the exact same thing? Aye, we couldn't find anything, remember? Not even in the other first floor rooms? Not even in the other first floor rooms. Well, that's right. The diary hadn't been returned yet. Tell me more about this room 106. You didn't see it either? I thought it was a bit weird too. Just looked as if there shouldn't have been that much space along the wall. So you saw a teddy bear in the window and climbed up the drain pipe? You know that's technically breaking and entering, right? I suppose it was a bit unorthodox of me. Don't worry about it, mate. It's not that big a deal. You had our permission to investigate after all. So technically, you did nothing wrong. And I trust you not to tamper with any evidence. I assure you I didn't, Detective. I left the room once I saw it all and came straight here. Good. Anyways, what did you make of the place? I don't know, but that room gave me a very uneasy feeling. It was as if nothing belonged in that room. If you're right, then that place could be teeming with even more evidence. I agree, there were objects that I bet are related to the crime. Let's wait and see what the team discover, eh? About this evidence. Sorry, Mike, can't help you with that one. Oh, why not? It's a violation of some regulation or something? In other words, you don't know anything about this piece of evidence. Detective, did you know about the hole in the floor of the victim's room? Huh? What hole? I didn't see a hole. It's hidden underneath the body tape. Really? Well, I wasn't the one who laid the tape down, so I had no idea. Suppose I better check that one out, too. The hole goes through to room 106 below. Oh, so they'll still see it. Good. Here we go. This guy. Detective, I was wondering if you could do something for me for tomorrow's trial. Depends. What is it? There's a guest at the hotel and might have some interesting things to say about the crime. Oh? Well, Brisbane interviewed everyone in that hotel. And as the Almighty One himself says, useless every one of them. Do you know if he interviewed a Mr. Vic Barrows? Vic Barrows? Let me think for a minute. No, mate, I don't think that name rings a bell. You mean he wasn't interviewed? Unlikely. Why? You want me to get him into court tomorrow as a witness? Yes, please. I'd like to hear what he has to say. I'd have asked for Grayson, but he's too slippery. Well, he didn't show up for Brisbane interviews then. Brisbane could do with someone to vent his anger on instead of me for a change. Alright then, I'll pull some strings and get this guy to testify tomorrow. What was his name again? Phil Barrows? Vic Barrows. And thanks, Detective Snow. After hearing Mr. Barrows' phone conversation earlier, I'm all the more suspicious. Oh, the pistols. How did the examination of the display pistols go? Hey, you're gonna love this. This one, the one you said was disturbed on the night of the crime, it hasn't been decommissioned. The other one, however, is disabled. And it was fired once. So it was the murder weapon. No, I think Mr. Maplethorpe went on hunting trips with it. Of course it was the murder weapon. So I was right. The pistol that killed Cedric's twin brother. You done yet? You done yet, mate? You don't have to be so rude, but yeah, I guess I am. Well, I'll organize a team of detectives right now. If they find any leads, I'll let you know. If I remember. Well then, that settles it. See you later then, mate. And be careful out there. I guess that's it. I'll go to the hotel exterior. Lobby. Okay. Huh? It stopped at the first floor. Oh, geez, thank God it works again. Thought I'd be stuck here all night. Mr. Barrows, what are you doing here? I was doing some ghost hunting around this floor. Must have started about an hour ago. When, wouldn't you know it, the elevator breaks down. Could you have used the stairs? Of course I did. You think I'm stupid? I tried the stairs, but I couldn't find them. I'm telling you, Chief, there's no stairway door for this floor. Really? So the only way to and from this floor is the elevator. Well, I think you'd better come out of here now. The police will be here shortly to investigate this floor. The police? What would they want here? There ain't nothing here, believe me. Seriously, go back and tell them there ain't squat around here. Shit. Jesus. 5? Yep, 5. Oh my God. What the? Mr. Barrows, why are you so fidgety all of a sudden? What? Who's fidgety? I ain't fidgety, you're fidgety. Why don't you want the police to investigate this floor? Well, I mean, you know... Oh look, there's a big distracting thing over there. But can't talk, gotta go see ya. Hey, come back. Phoenix, why'd you fall for that? That was stupid. Having caught me off guard, he barged past me and escaped in the elevator. Big distracting thing. I totally deserve that. My suspicions about the so-called ghost hunter reached a new high. He knows about room 106, I'm sure of it. But how much does he know? How is somebody like Vic Barrows a part of the murder? Well, Mr. Barrows, you'll be testifying in court tomorrow, and I aim to get to the bottom of whatever you're hiding. And we're gonna find out about that next time. So, I'm sleepy, so that's gonna be the end of this recording session. So next time, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna record the next few episodes of this case, and then we'll be done.